Hello everybody. We're just going to do another truth table here. This time one with multiple premises and a conclusion. Nothing too complex here. As usual, I have filled out the atomic sentences, always ending in the one that goes TF, 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 from the most ones in a row to the second most, to the least. And that's just our sort of standard so that everyone's truth tables end up looking the same. For the same reason we start with true and then go to false. Okay, so I separate each one of these premises with a line, and then I put the conclusion at the very end. And then we can just fill in the atomic sentence values. So here are all the P's. And I'm just cutting and pasting. Here are all the Q's. A couple of Q's. And here are all the R's. R there, and R there, R there, and our conclusions in R. If you want, we can, all these highlightings are optional, but if we want, we can highlight it to know what we're aiming at. Okay, so here we have a straightforward conditional. If you recall, a conditional is only false if the antecedent, that's the part on the left, is true, and the consequent is false. In all the other cases, it's true. So the antecedent in this case is true, but the conclusion is also true. So we have true. Here we have true and false, so it's false. True. Again, true and false, so it's false. And then all of these have the antecedent that's false, so they're all going to be true. And in order to avoid confusion, sometimes it's nice to make everything a little fainter. That might be too faint. Let's make it just a tiny bit darker. There we go. Although this entire sentence is done, it's not that important, but it still might help things stand out. Okay, the next one is a disjunct, and we have to figure out, a disjunct's true if either side of the disjunct is true. So in order to figure that out, first we have to figure out the negation. So the negation is going to be the opposite of whatever it's negating. So all those trues, these four, are going to be false. Then all the falses are going to be true. And then we go ahead and make that light. Now, the disjunct, this one, is true if either part is true. Oops, sorry about that. So it's true here. It's false here because they're both false. True, false, true, 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 and true. And if you want, we can make that lighter. Okay, so the next thing is the conjunction. And that's only true if both parts are true. Here they're both true. False, 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 true, false, false, and false. Again, pretty easy. Now here we have a negation. Oops. And then another negation we got to figure out, right? So here we're just negating the P. False, false, true, 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 true. Oops. And now we're negating this. So we're just going to go back to what we had before. True, 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 false, 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 false. Conditional is only false if the antecedent is true and the consequent is false. So it's true here, true here, true here, true here. Here it's false because it's true and false. Here it's false, and then true and true. I'll get rid of this. Or not get rid of it, but make it lighter. So there we have a completed truth table. A couple things I want to draw your attention to are some of the terms we're using. These two sentences, this one and this one, are materially equivalent. You'll notice that they have the same truth values on each and every line, right? And then we might want to know if the argument is valid. Well, look on every line where all the premises are true. All the premises are true on that line. and the conclusion's true. Here we have a false premise, so that's not true. Here we have a false premise, so we don't have all the premises true there. Here we have a false premise, we don't have all the premises true there. False premise, we don't have all the premises true there. False premise, false premise. So only on this line are all the premises true, and the conclusion's true, so the argument is valid. So hopefully that helps. As always, I welcome your questions in email or the raised hands forum. Talk to you later.